Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. Okay, this show has been in the works for weeks and I'm very excited that it's come to fruition now as I get an opportunity to share with you a really cool cartridge. At least I think it'll be a really cool cartridge based on its lineage. We are taking a look at the Grado Blue. Here is the box that it comes in. This is from their Prestige series. Now, if you are like me, you may be a little confused about sort of how the Prestige series figures into the overall Grado lineup. And then there's different color codings for different models. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to compare not just the Blue Prestige 3, which I have right here, but we are going to compare it to a couple other models as well and see if we can hear any difference. You're not going to want to miss this.
Welcome to Record-ology.
Okay, so Grado is a very interesting company. They've got a great heritage and it's still this family-run business, and I love that about it. I think that's a fantastic, fantastic thing. And it's interesting, when you talk to them, you start asking questions about specifications and, as they put it, in the weeds type of questions, and they always direct you back to what they call the magical musical journey, which I love. I think that's great. They're really focused on the experience more than anything, but they've got nothing to fear because the specifications are fantastic. So they have basically 4 categories of phono cartridges. They have the Lineage series, then they've got the Timber series, the Specialty series, and then they've got the Prestige series. If you go into the Prestige series, they have a line of 3 main product categories. There's actually 6 cartridges in the line, but on the website, you'll only see 3 initially. And you'll be like, what? And then if you look at each, it says red 3, blue 3, black 3, green 3, gold 3, silver 3. And you're like, what is going on here? This is so weird. So basically what it is, and they all have the same basic body. They all look pretty much identical, except the gold has a gold body. And then they have these little colored dots to indicate, you know, what model, what specific iteration you have there. Now, the Grado Black is, you know, the base model, but a certain percentage of the black production line specs out a little bit higher when they're being tested. To be precise, 15% test higher, and you know they become a green. So yeah, the best of the black run become a green. Now they all have the same, you know, kind of marketing spec features. They're hand built in Brooklyn. They're diamond tipped. They've got dual magnets, a patented flux bridge. They've got ultra high purity copper coils, 4 coil unison, de-stressed chassis. Now I've spent a minute thinking about what does that mean? What is a de-stressed chassis? I can't figure it out. And I would love to learn more. So maybe can tell me what that is. Then you've got Swiss screw machine. That sounds really good. All right, specifications on this cartridge. The Blue 3 has a frequency response of 10 to 55,000 hertz. That is pretty interesting. Usually you see 20 to 20. So this has a very wide, a very full frequency response. It says principal MI. And I'm like, what is MI? Can any of you guess what that means? Apparently, that means moving iron. You can see the channel separation, the input load, the output is 5 millivolts. Recommended tracking force on all of these is 1.5. By the way, all of these cartridges in the Prestige line are a bonded diamond elliptical, except for the gold series and the silver series, which are nude. There you go. Okay, so here is a close-up look, relatively, of what a Grado cartridge looks like. It comes in this nifty box. Now, what I'm showing you here is kind of odd because that is the box, obviously, to the Prestige Blue 3, which is the main point of our video today. However, that is not a Prestige Blue 3 we're looking at. That is actually a Prestige Black. So that is the entry-level cartridge. Now, it is, you know, the part that's black is plastic. The part that is silver is metal. And I like the branding up on top there. I'm trying to do this as gently as possible. You can see the contacts on the back there. It's very clearly labeled, very easy to wire. It's a pretty tall cartridge as it is, but yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Okay, there's a look at the bottom there. You can see the cantilever and you can see the shank. And somewhere down in there is the needle itself. Obviously, it's very small. This goes without saying, but you know, the stylus is replaceable, unlike some cartridges that we reviewed a few weeks back. So that is always a good thing. So when you invest in this level of cartridge, you can keep the music coming by replacing those styli. Being a diamond stylus, you know, you get at least a good 1,000 hours of play time before you even need to think about doing that. Okay, let's go ahead and get these all mounted and give them a listen. Fun fact about Grado cartridges, at least the Prestige series, I know this for a fact, they are neither moving magnet nor moving coil. I thought that was really interesting. They are something completely separate. Remember we talked about that flux bridge technology? Well, that is their own proprietary moving mechanism that forms the heart of the transducer itself. So it essentially uses an armature with a moving piece of iron, which is really interesting. But yeah, it is not a moving magnetic. It is not a moving coil. Although, another fun fact, they invented and patented the moving coil cartridge. Bet you didn't know that either. I didn't either until I just read it today, actually. Interesting technology, interesting history. Okay, so here is the lineup. We have 3 of the Grado Prestige Series cartridges. On the left, we've got the $100 Grado Black. In the middle, we've got the $160 Grado Blue. And on the right, we've got the $260 Grado Gold. Just so we can level set here, I wanted to share with you exactly what equipment we will be using. So I'm going to be using my RT85 with the acrylic platter. Just a great, fantastic turntable that we reviewed recently. We're going to be using the Pluto phono preamp from U-Turn, the first gen, and we're going to be feeding that into my Presonus Eris 4.5 powered speakers as a headphone amplifier and taking a direct feed out of those into my handy-dandy Zoom H2N lossless digital recorder. That will give us 96K and 24-bit. So, without further ado, let's jump into the music, which will be Enoch Light because it's copyright friendly and it sounds fantastic. But stay tuned, like I said, past the initial sound test on these 3 cartridges, because at the end we're going to listen to a different record on the Prestige Blue 3 and give it a not lengthy, we're going to give it a good listen of some completely different music. So I was surprised to hear some variance in terms of channel prominence and level. And let me go ahead and say this. I actually set the gain and forgot it. I did not adjust it per cartridge. So once it was set, the variances that we heard were just what was coming out of the cartridge. That being said, I thought they all sounded great. I honestly did not notice any difference between the blue and the black to my ears, which are not that great, admittedly. I did notice a touch of more detail with the gold, but those are my thoughts. Let me know down in the comments below what you heard. Okay, guys, and that is going to do it. I hope you enjoyed this show as much as I enjoyed putting it together for you. So that's going to do it for cartridges for a little while. We're going to take a breather from that subject. Every once in a while, I like to get into the carts because it's such an important part of what we do listening to vinyl records. You know, it's not, what other format do you control the pickup device? You know what I mean? It's like when you're, you know, you have a tape player, you're not picking different heads to choose, and most normal people aren't picking the head. Oh, this head has a good sound signature. This one sounds more full. This one's a little bit more bright or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, records are unique in that, you know, we have choice and control on that aspect of the listening experience. So it's fun, and it really allows you to customize your listening experience. So I'll put links to all three of these cartridges down below. Like you saw in the video, they're all fantastic. There's nothing wrong with any of them. If you like a good, warm cartridge, any of these would be well suited regardless of your spending range or price range. They've got something that will work. I really love these cards. They're very, very good. But that is going to do it for today. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Don't forget, have you joined the Vinyl Nation? Do you know what the Vinyl Nation is? It is a membership program that we have where you get an extra show every week, every Friday, and we have other member benefits as well. So I encourage you and invite you to join that. There's a link down in the description below for that. Also, if you haven't checked us out over on TikTok, we're building an audience over there. We're really using TikTok to welcome people into this hobby and into the channel, but we put exclusive stuff, a lot of really cool stuff over there. The rules are different. The rules of engagement are different over there. So we're able to do things that we're not able to do here and vice versa. So again, link down below, check that out. But that's going to do it for now, guys. Happy record hunting, and we'll see you next time.